Uncover the hidden story of the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter, where American history, environmental legacy, and rare coin value collide in a piece smaller than your palm. The 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program issued by the United States Mint, and it honors the Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park located in Woodstock, Vermont. This coin is the 54th release in the series and the 4th issued in the year 2020. Its design and theme are unique among the America the Beautiful Quarters because they focus not on battlefields, monuments, or vast natural parks, but on the theme of conservation and stewardship of the land, which reflects the heritage of George Perkins, Marsh, Frederick Billings, and Laurance Rockefeller. The park is named for 3 key figures in the history of conservation in America. George Perkins Marsh was a pioneering environmentalist whose 1864 book, Man and Nature, argued that human activity could have a destructive impact on the environment and that conservation was essential for sustainable living. Frederick Billings was a wealthy businessman and philanthropist who purchased the Marsh estate and worked tirelessly to reforest the land and apply progressive farming techniques. Laurance Rockefeller was a businessman and philanthropist who inherited the estate and donated it to the federal government in 1992, leading to the creation of the Marsh Billings Rockefeller National Historical Park. The obverse of the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter features the standard portrait of George Washington, originally created by John Flanagan in 1932, which has been used on all America the Beautiful Quarters, with minor modifications for clarity and detail. The inscriptions include United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter. The reverse of the coin is where the story becomes distinct. It was designed by artist Donna Weaver and sculpted by United States Mint medallic artist Michael Gaudioso. It depicts a young girl planting a Norway spruce sapling with mature trees in the background. The design represents the importance of planting seeds for the future and the role of conservation in preserving resources for generations to come. The inscriptions include Marsh Billings, Rockefeller, Vermont 2020, and E Pluribus Unum. The coin was struck at 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The circulation strike coins were produced at Philadelphia and Denver, while San Francisco produced proof and silver-proof versions. The clad proof coins were struck in copper-nickel, while the silver proofs were struck in 90% silver with a mirrored finish. There were also uncirculated collector versions available in various mint sets. In terms of mintage, the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter had relatively low numbers compared to earlier state quarters, which has made certain versions more desirable to collectors. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 155 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced roughly the same amount. The San Francisco clad proof mintage was around 500,000, and the silver proof version had a mintage of fewer than 500,000, which is considered low in modern numismatics. Historically, the park and the figures it honors play an important role in the evolution of the American conservation movement. George Perkins Marsh was one of the first Americans to draw a connection between human behavior and environmental degradation. His ideas influenced the creation of the United States Forest Service and the National Park System. Frederick Billings applied these ideas in practice by reforesting his estate and promoting scientific agriculture. Laurance Rockefeller expanded these efforts, nationwide funding numerous conservation projects and parks. Collectors are drawn to the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter, not just for its low mintages, but for the symbolism it carries. The design is seen as a reminder that even in modern times, the principles of conservation are just as important as they were in the 19th and 20th centuries. The coin also represents a shift toward themes of sustainability and environmental stewardship, rather than solely commemorating historic landmarks or scenic vistas. For variety hunters, there are a few known minor errors and die varieties in the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter. These include die chips, especially near the tree roots on the reverse, and light doubling on some lettering. Such errors are rare, but when found, they can significantly increase a coin's value. For example, a well-struck, uncirculated example with a clear die chip could fetch several times face value, especially in high grade. The America the Beautiful Quarters program began in 2010 and concluded in 2021, making the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter one of the later issues. This means that while the general public may not be as familiar with it as with earlier state quarters, the numismatic community recognizes its historical and symbolic value. Many collectors seek to complete the full 56 coin set, and this quarter is an essential part of that collection. In higher grades, such as Mint State 67 or Proof 70 Deep Cameo, the 2020 Marsh Billings Rockefeller Quarter can command a premium. Prices vary depending on the market, but the combination of lower mintage relative scarcity in top grades and thematic appeal make it a steady performer in the modern coin market. Silver-proof versions in perfect grades are particularly desirable due to their precious metal content and limited availability. The legacy of this coin extends beyond its physical form. It stands as a tribute to the interconnected work of 3 generations of conservationists whose vision shaped the American landscape in ways that are still felt today. For numismatists, it offers not only a collectible but a story that links the past, present, and future of environmental care. Its design encourages discussion and awareness of the need to plant seeds for the future, whether literally in the soil or figuratively in the minds of future generations.